In this week's installment of Natural Selection at Work, we're going to try to move this body by ourselves. There's nobody home, which is the perfect time to do it. And so my plan is to use this little trailer to haul this body next door. And this little trailer is pretty light, and the fenders do tend to rub against the tires, which is not really a big deal. I thought about cutting them off, but I really would like to keep them in case I need them for something else. So we'll leave those. But basically all we have is we have a single rail with an axle under it, hooked up at both sides. And then we've got these 2x4s that are bolted to steel underneath them. They're reinforced. And I've gone ahead and cut a couple of pieces to get it above the fender. And I'm trying to line them up to the frame rails here. Now I think the moment of inertia on this car, where it tips forward or backward, is probably somewhere in this neighborhood. And so what my hope is to get the front of those somewhere above that and the back somewhere behind that. The problem is I've got sawhorses under it, so I'm going to have to lift up and pull this sawhorse out and allow it to rest on the last sawhorse over there. And then back it up using this one as a safety, and then position the trailer how I want it, and then go ahead and pull that one out, back up, lower the the chain, the hoist, the cherry picker, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to actually use that and grab it from this cross member right here. And I think I've got enough room to get the four-wheeler back here. I haven't really measured, but if I don't, as long as I'm close, I think I can winch it up or pull it up or do something. It should slide on these frame rails right here. So that's kind of my plan, and maybe I'll let you watch, because that's always fun. Let me know in the comments what you think might go wrong with this plan before you finish watching it. Just a normal day, nothing to see here. Success! It's in the shop anyway. Still has to be unloaded, and I'll figure out how to do that. It shouldn't be too bad though. I think I can do the same thing I did out there, where I can put the back on something and then support it, lift it, support it, and then lift it and support it and get the trailer out from underneath it. For those of you who predicted a successful outcome for today's activities, let me know how you have set up vehicles when you expect to be doing some welding and being able to access the underside of it. I have jack stands. I have I have a quick jack which I can use to hold it up on both sides. So I've got some options, and I've got a bunch of dollies and that kind of stuff. But if you've had experience doing this kind of thing, let me know what you've done, and I would appreciate your input. The shop is a mess. It's chaos because I've been working in here to make room for this thing. It is going to reside in this area right here, and I'm not sure whether I'm going to put it in horizontal or diagonal to the, anyway, put it crossways or put it lengthwise. I'm making room to put it lengthwise. That'll give me more room to move around on either side of it. But if I do it here, it'll just stick out a little ways to the midpoint of the shop, and still give me that space over there to work with. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do there, but most of my motorcycle stuff is making its way into this room over here, and I've got all my shelves emptied, and I've gone ahead and set them up, and so I've just got to organize that stuff into findable areas over here, and then I'm not sure, I may be selling that. That's kind of one of the things I'm thinking about doing, just because I'm running out of room here and I don't have my other shop ready for guests yet. So and then I inherited, my wife bought stuff without looking. She bought this huge bench for something she wanted, but she can't use it, and so I'm going to try to use it. It's 4 by 8, I believe, in size, and it does take up quite a bit of room, which means that work table might have to go away. But it's a space that I normally clog with other stuff, and I think I can put stuff under here. So I'm kind of getting off track, but anyway, this is here. I made it. I'm probably going to get rid of these fenders because they do rub pretty well right there, and there's not much suspension. And so far, that little $10 trailer that I put some golf cart tires on has really served me well. So that's the Alfa. That's the update. That's what I've got to share with you today, and I appreciate you watching, and I'm glad I got this done without damaging her anymore. All right, thanks again.